Let's talk about Levi Strauss. I mentioned that I briefly attended the University of California, Berkeley. My brother graduated from there, our brother Paul. My father graduated from there. Shoot, two more of my dad's brothers graduated from there. It's an institution near and dear to our hearts. And Levi Strauss is a big supporter, just like Haas, the guys with the avocados, Pete. The Haas Business School. Well, anyway, Levi Strauss down hard today because they missed quarterly revenue estimates. They did reaffirm top line and bottom line guidance, but they missed revenue, in other words, sales, by a lot, right, Pete?
Yeah. You know, they've got a strong market share. They haven't done as well with women as they need to, and they already they're trying to address that, John. So they missed on the revenue. The revenue, nonetheless. Now, here's where I get a little bit kind of scratch my head and say, hey, wait a minute, though. So they miss on the revenue, and yet the revenue is up 8% year over year. So, you know, I look at this one. We've got another stock we'll be talking about where I think it's a completely different 180 from this one. But, John, year over year, it's up 8% on revenue. I actually think that's pretty impressive. They gave us a bunch of different other numbers that I think were pretty impressive. Down 16% on this kind of a number kind of makes me say, you know what? Maybe this thing's actually viable. Maybe it's an opportunity there. I haven't done anything yet. They got a solid balance sheet. And oh, by the way, they're really stretched, John, because they traded an 18 PE. This is one of those where on a day like today, you start looking at it and you say, maybe this is an opportunity. So I'm looking at it pretty close myself.
Clearly no monopoly here, but they are a brand that people love. And yes, I know they love True Religion, and I know they love Abercrombie and Fitch and a host of other companies that make great denim like Gap stores. And Gap stores, really, most of you know this, but Gap stores, Banana Republic, Old Navy, that's all the same thing. That's all under GPS. But they got their name, Pete, because they filled the gap. Because not everybody's a 32 or a 34 or a 36. What about 35? What about 37? Well, that's what Gap Store does. And if you didn't know it, now you do.